You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. Only in Newsday, accused serial killer Rex Heuermann may soon face gun charges. Suffolk County prosecutors want to hand over more than 280 of his guns to Nassau County. The stockpile was found at his Massapequa Park home. Investigators believe some of the guns may not have been legal. Heuermann is being charged for killing 3 Gilgo Beach victims and is being held without bail. And a Hempstead woman will go on trial next month for killing a police detective from Long Island while allegedly driving drunk. 34-year-old Jessica Bouvet declined a plea offer today. Investigators say she was drunk when she struck NYPD detective Anastasios Psychos in 2021. The 43-year-old detective from East Northport was directing traffic when it happened. If convicted, she faces at least 20 years in prison. And the remains of 2 more 9/11 terror attack victims have just been identified thanks to new DNA technology. The families, though, asked the names of the man and the woman not be shared with the public. The announcement comes just a few days before the 22nd anniversary of the attacks. And some city firefighters from Long Island whose lives were changed on 9/11 are being featured in a new book. Sherry Einhorn spoke with them about their life-saving work.
I remember because I want people to remember, for the rest of their lives.
Even after 9/11, though, it's still is the best job in the world.
I've tried my best to take a really bad day and turn it into something good.
As we approach the 22nd anniversary of the September 11th attacks, Long Island's first responders are remembering and reflecting on that devastating day, the lives that were lost, and their career in the New York City Fire Department.
Hey, Bob, how you doing? Tommy Richardson.
We spoke with 3 men from the FDNY featured in this newly published book called They Saved New York. Now, while this book isn't specifically about 9/11, the authors do say they believe that was the day the rest of the world recognized the true commitment of the FDNY. Tom Richardson spent 42 years in the FDNY, retiring as chief of the department. The Deer Park man is one of 88 firefighters who are profiled in the book.
To watch the bravery, the courage, the commitment, because to do this job, it's a dirty and a dangerous job. And you have to be committed to it. You have to be prepared every single time you go to work.
So when we got there, both towers were already down.
Centerport's Paul Hegland retired as a captain after 30 years.
If you weren't working, you were down at the pile for at least half the day. You'd go home, see the wife for a couple hours or whatever, go back to work. We were working 24 on, 24 off.
I didn't know when I woke up the next morning that would be it.
Now firefighter Christopher Howard was 18 years old and studying computer programming back in 2001. His father, Port Authority police officer George Howard, left their Hicksville home the morning of September 11th and never came back.
It being the 22nd anniversary, it doesn't change anything for me because it's still the same, but it does get frustrating to see how the further you get away from September 11th, it begins to become a thing of the past.
I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Now to read more about the firefighters and the book, click Get More on the Newsday TV video box. 10 workers who were fired because they did not get the COVID vaccine are in line to get their jobs back. A state judge ruled New York City's Department of Education has to rehire them. The judge said the employees were denied a religious accommodation, and the ruling also calls for workers to get back pay. And the Blues are coming back to Riverhead. After nearly a decade, the Riverhead Blues Festival is being reborn as the Blues by the River Festival. It kicks off tomorrow from noon to 6 at the Town Square. Now, for more on the Blues Festival and to look up what else is on Long Island, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather, shall we? It's going to be cloudy tonight with temps in the 70s, and tomorrow looks like 80 degrees. Taking a closer look at tomorrow just to see how nice it is. You can see temps in the 80 with clouds overhead.
Long Island weather is brought to you by King O'Rourke Automotive Group.
A Valley Stream teacher is getting some big attention from one of the biggest stars in New York sports. Jamie Stewart has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
As a special education teacher, Matt Giannessis is focused. But when a Valley Stream native comes home for the day, his focus is somewhere else.
The tough part of drawing with charcoal is it smudges like crazy. So you have to be super careful kind of with everything you do. Never any formal art classes. I took like advanced art in high school.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Aaron Judge are just some of the sports superstars Matt has captured in his charcoal portraits. Not that his colleagues have noticed.
They know that I kind of do it, but they don't follow me on anything like that. So they have an idea what's going on, but not too much.
Matt's favorite team is the Jets, and his artwork is well known amongst Jets fans. But a few weeks ago, his artwork was recognized by one of the Jets' best players, Garrett Wilson.
I posted it when I was like halfway done on Twitter, and he responded to it.
So Wilson said, "Wow, I'm very impressed. This looked more like me than I do."
Yeah, so that was a good compliment. Yeah, he was having a meetup in the city a couple weeks ago. I brought the drawing with myself. I gave it to him. It was really cool. He was very appreciative. He recognized it. He asked to keep it, which was cool too.
Matt says he would love to one day work together with a specific team on his artwork.
Typically the eyes. Just I feel like there's the most little bits of detail to get in the eye.
But for the time being, he has a more immediate goal.
Have you allowed yourself to think of sketching and Aaron Rodgers holding the Lombardi Trophy as a Jet?
It's all I think about. Yeah, that would be the dream.
For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
It looks pretty good. Now, to read more exclusive sports stories, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
There's a ton of new wine bars and cocktail lounges on Long Island. Elisa DiStefano and Maria Elena Martinez check out a few in today's Feed Me TV.
If you're looking for a place to grab a drink or meet friends, there are new wine and cocktail bars to check out, including here, Citrus Wine Bar in Melville.
A favorite of Newsday food writer Maria Elena Martinez.
This is my local.
You're lucky.
And I ordered you a mocktail.
Thank you.
What's so great about this particular wine bar is they do a lot of family-owned vineyards, small batch bottles you can't really get anywhere else, and the beautiful part is that they serve them by the glass. This is one of my favorite whites. And Malbec, as I double fist.
Marie has a tough job today.
It's really like a great local spot. And they're cropping up more along Long Island. Wine bars and cocktail bars. The wine bars also serve cocktails, hence yours is called the 5 o'clock somewhere. My version would come with tequila. Yours
is a delicious, juicy, sweet concoction.
And then there are some really amazing cocktail bars that are cropping up on Long Island. One of them is in Patchogue, and that is called the State Room. It's swanky and dark, perfect for fall. And then there's another one that just opened in Lindenhurst called Hunter and Thief that is also phenomenal. Light bites, but really, really interesting spirits that probably you've never heard of.
So since I'm limited to a mocktail here, what do they have to eat around here?
Really good food. They do these beautiful charcuterie boards, and they're by region. So you pick 3 cheeses, and you pick your meats, and they come from either Italy or Spain, and they're really robust. They do a whole bunch of these tartines.
Really good.
They're incredible. Delicious. They're really good. One of the best dishes that they have here is this Argentine provoletta. You get the most fantastic bite of cheese with chimichurri.
So come for the wine, definitely stay for the food. It is so good.
And cocktails.
Yes.
But I'm getting one with alcohol.
All in the name of research.
Research. Cheers.
For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
I think we should all have a little research now. Now, for more information on the bars, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
think it makes a difference when people see their faces and their experiences reflected in our newspaper. I think it makes them feel seen in some way.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.